So what you need to do is basically get prio at level 1, try to, well, establish a minion lead, and after you do that, you should actually just focus on poking. So for example, right now, this is fine, of course. You need to get at the push, as in creating a little bit of a minion lead in your wave, as in we should have 6 minions and they have 5, or we should have 6 minions and they have 4. So we make sure they don't get level 2 before us. And after you're doing that, like right now, like now you have no minion advantage. Now you have no minion advantage. So now you got 1 minion lead advantage. You got the wave pushing into them. You got the control of the wave. What should you be doing right now?
Poking.
Exactly. Are you an AD carry main struggling to make an impact in your games? Is your damage output disappointingly low, leaving you feeling frustrated and powerless in the role you love? Introducing our specialized coaching program designed to supercharge your AD carry performance. Imagine a world where your damage, decision making and farming skills are 10 times better and the outcome of your games is no longer left to chance. Meet Chase, just like you, he was once stuck in the same position, facing low damage and inconsistency in his games. Let's see what happened after his coaching experience, from Diamond 4 to Master Tier. Wow! And here is Jordan and Brett, both transformed into formidable AD carry after the coaching session. These success stories aren't just isolated cases, they are a part of a community of over 3,243 players who benefited from the coaching program. If it worked for them, why not for you? Picture yourself as an unstoppable AD carry. It's not a dream, it's your potential with the coaching session. Don't wait any longer, visit Visite.com, book your coaching and become the AD carry the enemy team hates to play against. Let's see, so you recall. Let's see. Like queen is stop, queen is stop, queen is stop, okay. Even now he could ulti because he's griffing. Like he's just griffing. Look at this. He's actually auto-attacking the minions, but he's auto-attacking like a robot. He's not even human because you see he's standing still. You see?
Yeah.
So here you can ulti. And also right here, like here, you see 2 people on top lane. You should be looking to actually ulti. So
okay.
You should be looking to ulti even though 2 people are not top lane, because he's just a free kill. If you hit the ulti, he's always just gonna get popped. Second of all, especially if you see 2 people top, like now, look at Varus. Your camera should be on Varus now. You should be like, hey, 2 people top, I gotta take advantage of that mid because we have number advantage. So you should be looking.
Okay.
Like now you see Varus, you can see it on the minimap, but your camera is on yourself. So you're not really seeing this opening. Like you had this opening like 20 seconds ago. I wouldn't try to use it on Pyke though, because he has E. But on Varus, like now, ulti. Because he's so close to you. You can't miss it here. He can even be Gumayushi. It's very hard to hit it, to dodge it from this angle.
I'll be honest with you, like when the game gets to be this long, a lot of times, I feel like my processing power is kind of going down.
Yes, I know.
It's like everything has to be 100% correct, because any death here or decision or miss, if I miss the ult, it's like, you know, they're kind of fucked, or I can't survive Evelyn. But yeah, I just gotta power through it.
Yeah, we need to get a bit faster with that. And also we had this let's see, because you had a lot of openings with these ultimates, and we didn't see the windows. For example, here, let's see, around 33. So you're trying to get the red buff, that's fine. Then you go to mid lane, that's okay, good. You just go bot, good. Then Varus is pushing up mid, and now when he's pushing out on mid lane, let's actually take a look. So he's mid lane. Look at that. Like, how can he beat? Like, what the fuck is he doing? We have 3 people around us.
Okay.
He's griffing.
Yeah, he needs to die right there immediately.
And then in Platinum, 99% of the mistakes, they're gonna repeat themselves over and over again. So in Master Tier, if they do that, they only do it once. You don't see the window, you lose the game. In Platinum, they will do it once, they will do it the second time, and they will do it the third time, and usually people will just punish at the 4th time or something.
Okay.
But like, so why am I saying that? Is because he's doing it again. Same mistake. And then after he's doing it again, he's doing it again.
Alright, yeah.
So
he should have done it 5 times.
He doesn't see the mistake. He doesn't see the mistake. This is why most of the games below Diamond 4, when I review someone's gameplay, everyone is asking, wait, but what should, this is a good game or this is a bad game, you know, I have a good game. It doesn't matter. the mistakes that you're doing them 10 times in a bad game and 3 times in a good game. Don't worry, it's the same mistakes.
Okay.
So so what you need to do, because you punished the 4th time he woke up, we gotta try to punish the 2nd time at least, not the 1st time because we're not like at that level yet, but when he's waking up, maybe not here, you can't see it, but the 2nd time, like there, now you can punish.
Okay.
Sure, a high elo player will punish immediately the 1st time, but I think if you punish the 2nd time, it's also like very good.
Okay.
So we need to look on, it's not really playing more aggressive, it's like being more aware of the openings and trying to take advantage of them. That's what's...
How, I'm trying to think, how can I think about this further in advance, I guess? I guess I should just be like, when no one's on the map, my ult's up, I should just be like, Varus is a prime target, maybe Evelynn alone is a prime target. I should just be constantly looking for them to be in situations where they're not going to be with teammates.
You should always be like, hey, I have ulti, I always have the ability to engage, so as long as my teammates are close and the target is pretty easy to actually hit with my ulti, I can consider ulting. Like now, are my teammates close? Absolutely. Is the Varus close enough to guarantee ulti? Absolutely. Can we kill him in a short period of time? Absolutely. Can anything go wrong? Well, so this is how you should see it. But you can improve on these things by actually putting yourself into situations where you always have the ability to engage. Playing Nautilus, for example. When playing Nautilus, you always have a hook. So if you play 10 games of Nautilus or 3 games of Nautilus, well, you know how to play Ashe better. Why? It's because on Nautilus, that's literally everything that you do the whole game. Like, you always do that. So when you play Ashe, everything is going to become, oh shit, well, I see him. Why? It's because I play Nautilus so much that I'm actually seeing those openings, because on Nautilus, it's all about hitting your hook. So now when I play Ashe, I'm also aware of that. So that's how you improve on these things. You play champions that will allow you to always be able to engage. Like Nautilus, like Malphite, or like hook champions. Like someone that can engage every 20 seconds, basically. Galio, Nautilus, Thresh, Blitzcrank is very good. These champs.
Alright, that's a good exercise. Yeah, I'll do that. On my ult.
Yes. Yeah, we can do it on your ult. You can even playing ARAMs is gonna help you with that. Because why can't you process this so fast? It's because everything is moving so fast for you. That's why. And if you play some ARAMs from time to time, it's literally only team fighting. So you're basically only gonna work on that specific skill, improving the team fighting and being able to process faster. And as you play more ARAMs, they can actually help you to one, see these openings, and 2, also process faster the information. But of course, these things are not as important as what happened in the early game. So, okay, Ghost versus Cleanse. Well, so usually Ghost is much better for the late game, and it helps you good in the early game as well. Cleanse helps you a lot in the early game and can or might help you in the later stages. So for example here, you get Cleanse. It helps you in the lane very nice against Morgana and Jhin. It also helps you in the late. So here, this is a no-brainer. You have to get Cleanse. When it helps you in the lane and late game, it's a no-brainer. This one, you play against Jhin and Senna, and against Rammus and Ahri. Well, in this case, you want to ask yourself, how good is the Cleanse in the lane? Is it a must take?
In this, no.
Exactly.
I mean, it helps. It can help,
helps,
but it's not a guarantee.
So then you have to ask yourself, okay, so what about the late game? Rammus and Ahri, is it a must take?
I figure it's a must in the late game here.
Okay, then you have to ask yourself, okay, so if it doesn't help me in the lane, and it also, well, it helps me a little bit, but you can say it's the same about the Ghost. You have to ask yourself, what is better for the late game? A Jinx running around with Ghost, or maybe I need the Cleanse against the Rammus and Ahri. So that will also depend on you, based on your experience. How many charms did you actually get hit by? How many times Rammus just killed you because he didn't have Cleanse? In that case, I would get Cleanse. If you're confident that you're never going to get charmed and Rammus, no problem, you can always get Ghost. But that's how you think about it. Usually, Cleanse is if you really need it in the lane, and if you can be a bit greedy in the lane with the Cleanse and you can get away with it by getting Ghost, Ghost is usually better for the late game. So this is what you have to ask yourself. You ask yourself, do I really need the Cleanse in the lane? And if the answer is no, then you ask yourself, hey, if I take Ghost, I'm going to be a bit greedy in the lane. But if I take Ghost, do I kill everyone in the team fights? And if the answer is yes, you should take Ghost. And if you really need the cleanse for the lane, you should take cleanse.
Okay.
So that's basically, and then heal would be probably the worst, because it only helps you in the lane, and then late game it's kind of iffy. If Kha'Zix is gonna one shot you in late game, okay, but heal is gonna save me. Heal like 200. Heal is not really gonna do much usually.
So we want Ghost in that game versus Kha'Zix.
Yeah. In general, well, not on MF though. On MF you can go heal, because Ghost on MF, like MF is about bursting, not about chasing people down like on Ashe. So Ashe Ghost has one.
Moves anyway.
Yeah. Okay, good. So the rule of thumb is cleanse if you really need it in the lane, Ghost if you want to play more for the later stages and you can get away with it in the lane. That's the thought process. Okay, good. Fundamentally, we didn't play it good at this lane. So what did we have to do against a Pyke Varus as Senna Ashe?
I need to hold the lane back closer to tower. I think more consistently.
Okay, so...
And also, I think I know what you're going to say. So abuse the level 1 more because they're all in.
True. So we can zone them, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Be able to.
Exactly. And what should we do with the wave? Because theoretically, you should always have the wave closer to your tower, so no one actually is gonna be able to hook, or at least in the middle, worst case. But practically, wave management rules in the first 3 waves, they don't apply so much, because they're not able to all in at level 1 though. So what should you do with the wave?
For the wave here, should probably just keep it so I'm getting level 2 first, but not really more than that.
True. And after actually... Okay, yes, please.
I guess, or my alternative is we kind of go hard and we push it in for the first 3 waves, and then after that we take it easier. After that we take a step back and let them keep it closer to our tower.
True. So if you would have to tell me like how you would like to play this lane, like after, like what do you want to do level 1 with the wave again?
Level 1 with the wave. I guess. I mean, I know I want to hit 2 before them. I don't know.
So why do you want to hit level 2?
Because I don't want them to get their level 2 and pounce on us. You could flash E, ignite or whatever if they hit 2 first.
Okay, but what if you can, like, is it important for, so the question is it important for you that you get level 2, or is it important that you're preventing them from getting level 2?
Preventing.
Yeah. Do you really need level 2 considering that you play against us with a Senna? Is she magically gonna change the lane at level 2?
No.
Exactly. So what you need to do is basically get prio at level 1, try to, establish a minion lead, and after you do that, you should actually just focus on poking. Poking. So for example, right now, this is fine, of course. You need to get at the push, as in creating a little bit of a minion lead in your wave, as in we should have 6 minions and they have 5, or we should have 6 minions and they have 4. So we make sure they don't get level 2 before us. And after you're doing that, like right now, now you have no minion advantage. Now you have no minion advantage. So now you got the 1 minion lead advantage. You got the wave pushing into them. You got the control of the wave. What should you be doing right now?
Poking.
Exactly. So each auto-attack that you're doing on the wave right now is bad. Because the goal of this lane was, hey, I have a Senna, so I don't need to push. I play Senna with Ashe, 2 champions that can poke, against Varus and Pyke that is melee. So if I get the push, maybe 1 minion advantage, or just a little bit of like pushing faster than them, I can focus on mostly poking and not like, let me push, because I'm not trying to get the wave into the tower, am I?
So let me ask you a question. After I get maybe the 1 minion advantage, and so we're pushing slightly into them, and my goal is to poke. Normally, I would want to back off into the brush to get rid of minion aggro. So the problem that I see here is that I can easily get hooked if I'm going into the middle bush. So do I drop a ward in the far bush? Do I drop a ward in, or do I do that at all, or do I just rotate towards the river side?
So how can you poke?
It's probably more useful to poke the Varus since the Pike can recover health, is my guess. And so I would step up, poke the Varus when he's going for last hits. And
okay, so then why do you need to be in the brush?
I guess I don't have to. I would still take some ranged minion shots off of it, but I could just run backwards, like straight line to tower.
Well, if you go like this and you auto attack him once, and then you get 10 damage and he gets 50 damage, and you do 3 auto attacks and you get 30 damage and he takes 150 damage. Plus, how does Senna actually like this?
Varus is lined up with the minions so she can Q.
She's gonna also Q, so we're gonna add 150 more to that. So it's 300 damage and you take 30 damage. Sounds like a good deal for me.
Okay.
Right? So what you should do is like this. Exactly what Gumayushi does. Once you get the control of the wave, you don't need to keep pushing because you have a range support. So here, Ashe is playing with a Braum. Braum is not exactly a range support, but this is what Gumayushi does. Look, he has priority already. They can't touch the wave. So if they can't touch the wave and Gumayushi has control of the lane, that means they can't get level 2. If they can't get level 2, then we can zone. Look at Guma. What you did here, you hit the minions like a maniac. You keep hitting. No. Don't it. Just zone. Look, only lost it.
Alright.
Like, look.
So in my game, yeah, that was really good what he did there. In my game, you mentioned asking jungle not to leash because we got to lane, I guess, around the same time, even though we're double ranged versus all in.
Yes.
I guess, should I have leashed a little bit shorter, or was this still okay, but I just need to...
No. So the reason why you shouldn't leash here is because you have Senna Ashe, so you can actually do what we had to do better, as in be faster in the lane, get the push a bit faster, and then zone right away. Instead of, hey, let me get into the lane at the same time that they get it, so they might actually get the push before us. So it's kind of a risk, because you might, if they are smart, they don't leash, you leash, and they will push into you, and then you have no counterplay. If they are good.
In order to not leash, how do you recommend doing that? Ask to the jungle?
You should ask the jungle in the champion select. Well, you should ask, first of all, you should ask only in matchups where it matters, like we have a range support and they have a melee, and we also play Ashe, so we know we take advantage of it. Second of all, you should ask as early as possible. If you're asking him 10 seconds before the blue buff spawns, he's not gonna go to red buff, because we fucked up his jungle. So you need to do it in the champion sector right when the game starts. So it's first of all, do it when it matters. Second of all, do it early. Third of all, do it politely, as in, can I not leash? He's gonna say, he's not gonna be happy. He's not gonna be happy. Is it okay if we don't leash? And you give him the reason. We hard win lane if we don't. Or, what I like even more, we hard lose lane if we do. This is even better, because you're telling him, bro, we're gonna lose both. Are you happy about it? 99% of the cases this will work. If you say exactly like this, from my experience, also in low elo. And then if he doesn't say anything and he's pinging, you just help. Do you help less? Do you help? Not really. You help normally, because if you help less, then you don't help him. He's mad. Then you also lost your lane already. So it's even worse. So if you leash him, just leash him. And I wouldn't give him up. I wouldn't be like, no, I mean, I can't leash. Sorry, I'm just going to go on lane. I wouldn't do that. Below master tier, I wouldn't do that.
Can you just like copy that sentence for the notes? I'll just paste that when I think it's so double range versus all in. That should basically be the default strategy then, if we're asking not to leash.
Yes. Double range against melee or champions that, that's pretty much it. Double range against melee, but also double range against double range. You can still get an advantage because you can push faster and get a big advantage. So any lane that you know that you can zone them, pretty much any lane. The lanes that you can get level 2 faster, it's not worth it. Hey, I have a Nautilus, let me say to not leash. No, it doesn't matter, because you can get level 2 advantage. No, if you have a Nautilus, because you're gonna get level 2 anyways if you play it good. But if you have a range support and they also have either one melee support or a range support, it's good to get prior so you can be the one that is zoning.
Well, sorry, I don't understand. Why is having a Nautilus... What if it's me... Okay, Ashe Nautilus into double ranged.
Yes.
Then they are more likely to get level 2, right? Because they can... If I leash, they can get level 2 faster.
Yeah.
So I still, I'm not asking to not leash.
Well, it's good.
Not also in that situation.
It's good to actually ask because you're playing against double range, so they will get the push. It's just the lane is playable actually. If you play with a Nautilus and they have double range, you're gonna get pushed in, you're gonna lose, but the lane is playable. The problem is here, if Pyke is pushing you, Senna is gonna be 0-10. The lane is unplayable. So what I'm saying is that leash when you know you can't do shit if you do leash. So with the Nautilus, if you have a Nautilus and you come back in the lane, they will push, you'll stay in the tower, you will farm. You have a Nautilus, he's tanky, he's not gonna die. But in this lane, if you don't actually ask your jungle to not leash and they don't leash and they push you, Pyke stays in the brush, your Senna is gonna be 0-5, you're gonna be 0-5, you can't get vision, you can't get prio, game is lost.
Okay.
So this is why with the... Sorry?
I think I understand. If you can put that like as clearly in the notes as possible, that'll be awesome. Just because I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, like for all situations. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, I think I get the gist of what you're saying.
Yeah. So the rule of thumb is if you play a lane or if they play a lane that they can completely obliterate and zone you out of the lane, like Morgana, Caitlyn, you play Vayne, or Karma, Ezreal, and you play Sivir and they got the push. This kind of lanes where you can't afford losing the push kind of lanes. Then you can always consider to not leash. That's how I would put it. $5. If you have problems improving and getting better in the game faster but cannot afford booking coaching, on my Patreon you can access more than 627 VOD reviews, premium videos about how to wave management, mid-game macro, and tier lists that will show you the best champions to climb and to improve for your elo. And these are not on YouTube, this is only on Patreon, they're exclusive. Moreover, you can participate in the free coaching waiting list to get a premium VOD review. I'm giving away 2 free VOD reviews every single week. All what you need to do is simple 2-step process. Subscribe to my Patreon and share your OPGG and voila, you are on the waiting list. You're gonna get a personalized VOD review for any game in your match history. For just $5, you get not only the free VOD review, but a whole bunch of exclusive benefits that will supercharge your gaming experience. It's a small investment for a big return. And it's just $5, it's no brainer, right? But here is the deal, you've got to act quickly. The waiting list is already filling up fast. 55 people already subscribed to the Patreon, and there are 6 people that they already are on board, they are on the waiting list. And more are joining every moment. Now, do you want to secure your spot for a free VOD review? Go ahead on my Patreon and reserve it right now.